As the question says, bismuth 83212 can disintegrate either by emitting an alpha particle or by emitting a beta negative particle. Write the two equations showing the product of the decays, and B, the probabilities of disintegration by alpha and beta decays are in the ratio 7/13. The overall half-life of bismuth 212 is 1 hour. If 1 gram of pure bismuth is taken at 12 noon, what will be the composition of this sample at 1 p.m. the same day? That is after the 1 hour, right? Now first of all, writing the equation, if it has been the alpha decay, then this is 83212 getting converted to some element which is TL. Why we got to know? Because it will be having 208 mass number, because there is an alpha particle of 24. Now if there is no more particle other than this, so we can sum up the this also, the atomic numbers, then it will be 81, because 81 plus 2 is 83, right? So this equation is balanced. So if it is the alpha particle emission, then it will be according to this equation. Now, in case it would have been a beta negative decay, then it will be like bismuth 83212. Now one point you need to remember over here is that it will be changing to bismuth 84212 in initial stage, and then it will be disintegrating to give you polonium 84212 plus a beta negative particle, that is an electron. Now one thing you should keep in mind that even if you forget this step, I don't think this will make any change in your calculations. So let us see how. We have been given that T half is 1 hour, right? So we have the bismuth initially as 1 grams and finally being 0.5 grams, because 1 hour is the half-life, and 1 hour, after 1 hour we are looking at the situation. So half of it will decay, so half of it will left, so 0.5 is actually left. Now also we have been given the probability as 7/13. What does it mean? It means that if there are 20x disintegrations, then 13x disintegrations are probably by beta decay, and 7x disintegrations are probably due to the alpha decay, right? Now what we need to find out is now the composition. For composition, we can say the bismuth to be 0.5 grams because it is 1 half-life period. And now we need to find the polonium PO from the second equation. From second equation, we can see that the mass numbers are same, that is 212 and 212. So here we will be having, let us find the number of moles of bismuth. What it would be? 0.5 upon 212. This much moles of bismuth have disintegrated. Rather, these are the total moles that disintegrated. Now into 13x by 20x. Now this gives us the number of disintegrations by beta decay. Now into 212. This is going to give us the mass of polonium that has actually been produced, because you can see that the moles are the same. One is converting into one. The only difference is, rather that is even not the difference in this case, 212 and the 212, the mass numbers are also same. But then also we will be following the set procedure like this. Okay, so you can solve it by cancelling this, and you are getting it equal to the polonium mass, which comes out to be 0.325 grams. Similarly, proceeding for the third, that is the mass of TL. Now here also, if you look, we are having the 0.5 over 212 moles of bismuth being disintegrated. These are the total moles that disintegrated into the fraction, that is 7x by 20x. Now these are the moles that disintegrated via alpha decay. Now this is going to give us the moles of TL. Now multiplying it by the molar mass, and we know that molar mass and the mass numbers are approximately same, so multiplying it by 208, this is going to give us the mass of TL that comes out to be 0.175 grams.